So, without further ado, the questions that I'm going to ask these students are really questions that I've heard from you and your families, either at high school nights or in our one-on-one interviews. So, I'm going to start off with the first question, which is, can you raise your hand, tell me if you've shouted in Notre Dame High School, and what was the experience like? Matt Picotto. And the guys will introduce themselves the first time they have the mic, let you know what town they live in and how they're involved in Notre Dame.
My name is Matt Picotto. I'm from Milford. I'm a freshman here at Notre Dame. And I actually shadowed twice, once in 7th grade and once in 8th grade. And the experience was great. I learned, what it was like to be a part of the ND family. I learned what the teachers were like. I was able to meet a bunch of the coaches, which was really great. And I was able to have lunch here and the food is outstanding. And it really helped me in my decision to come to Notre Dame.
All right, thank you very much, Matt. Well, you talked about it a little bit, but can anyone else elaborate on, you buy lunch daily, do you bring lunch from home? What is it like to eat food in a private school and an all-boys school? Mr. Bauer.
My name is Jacob Bauer. I am a sophomore here at Notre Dame, and I'm from Guilford. The lunch here is excellent. We have a multitude of options. We have a deli line, fresh food prepared daily. We have a special line, whether it's lasagna or eggplant or chicken wings or Korean barbecue. And then you have your hot dogs, your hamburgers. Lunchtime is also a great way to experience community period, which is a 75-minute block of time where you get to do a multitude of things, from clubs to eat lunch to academics. So lunch here is a really great time.
Thank you very much, Jacob. And next up, guys, how easy is it to make friends at Notre Dame, especially if you're coming to our school from either a small school or a school that not many students will then eventually matriculate from? Let's start with Luke Beerley.
Hi, I'm Luke Beerley, and I'm in class of 2022. And making friends here is actually really, really easy because you just walk in and you start talking to people, and the more you talk to them, the better friends you become. I came from Hamden Hall and did not know anyone coming in, and how I made friends was I went to the summer workouts for soccer, and I just started talking to other freshmen who were in similar situations.
Go ahead, Jacob.
Hi, I'm Jacob Doyle. I'm from North Haven. I'm a junior here, and I actually transferred into Notre Dame during my freshman year, so I actually started off at Hamden Hall, and it just wasn't the best fit for me. My brother was a senior here, and it sort of answers just a few of the questions that we've had. So I, one day, came out to my parents that I wanted to transfer schools, and Notre Dame was definitely an option just because my brother was here. We knew Mr. Rizzo very well. So, the next day, Thursday, I came and had a shadow day, and I started classes that Friday. So, I started talking to a lot of the coaches, joined a bunch of clubs, and it was just very easy just to make a bunch of new friends very fast.
Thank you. Next up, guys, in Notre Dame, students often talk about the brotherhood at the school and how students get to know each other really well. Can someone really explain that to me a little bit? Tell me what it's like to be in an all-boys school, and start down at the end with Mr. Clark.
Hi, I'm Owen Clark. I'm a junior here, class of 2021, and I'm from Seymour, Connecticut. Very often you'll hear the term brotherhood when it comes to the society here at Notre Dame. And, that term is with every alumni, every teacher, every student. Not one student will leave another student in the dark. Everyone knows everyone here, and there's not a single student who doesn't. Everyone in this school has some connection with either their teachers, their family, if they came here. It's overall, that's one of the things that makes Notre Dame so special, is that the society here isn't, a friend group here and a friend group there. We're all together, and as an incoming freshman, that's really important.
Thank you very much, Owen. Next, can someone tell me, how would you describe your classes at Notre Dame? Maybe we can hear from, let's start with Donovan. And Donovan, tell me about your transition in from middle school.
So, hi, I'm Donovan Davis, class of 2023 from West Haven. My classes here at Notre Dame are fun and entertaining. Teachers always push you to be better. They stay on you about your work. They assign homework, but if you get it done, manage your time. Even if you play sports, you'll be able to get it done in about an hour or two every single night. So, yeah.
Right. Go ahead, Jacob.
So when I transferred in, it was sort of took me a little bit to adjust to a lot of my classes, and I wasn't exactly happy with some of the levels I was in. So I worked with my teachers. Over the summer I took a class or two over the summer and through the next year to really push up the levels that I was in, this year. I was able to, get myself up to 4 AP classes and just, really work through. So the teachers work with you with anything that really what your goal is. So since we are a college prep school, the end goal is, get you going to the college that you want and sort of get you into the career of your choice. I wanted to push myself harder, and I was able to achieve that with the help of my teachers. You express something to them, and they will do anything that they can to make sure you can achieve that.
Next question actually I have for you is that someone mentioned community period. Can you dive in a little bit more into what community period is? What does it look like and feel like each day? Jacob, Bob.
So community period, I think, is one of the more experimental and I think better things Notre Dame has to offer. It's a 75-minute block of time in the middle of your day where you can eat lunch, meet with clubs, meet with coaches, meet with teachers, talk in the library, get your homework done if you have a long commute home. It's a 7-day rotating cycle, letters A through G. So different clubs, different teachers will be available each day. Like I said, it's a really good time to get homework done, and it helps us learn that time management skill that you're definitely going to need for college and beyond.
All right, next question. What is it like to attend Notre Dame High School if you are not Catholic? Donovan.
So, being of Christian Baptist faith and coming to an all-Catholic school, not being Catholic doesn't really matter, but it's easier, what's the word? People are going to accept you here regardless of your religion, so coming here and being Christian Baptist faith is doesn't really matter in a way.
All right, thank you, Donovan. All right, next question, because oftentimes we talk about transportation to Notre Dame High School. Have any of you ever taken the train to Notre Dame? Go ahead, Owen.
All right, so early last year, I was taking the train from Notre Dame to Laurelton Hall because I was doing their musical. And every day we have the University of New Haven shuttle come here at 2:30. It leaves at about 2:35, so it's a first come first serve situation. So if there's a packed day, you got to get there fast. It takes you straight to the West Haven train station, both before and after school. And there I took a 2:50 train to the Milford train station and then walked up the hill to Laurelton. It is very convenient because my parents work full time and I'm 15, I don't have my license yet, so driving's not an option. So yeah, it is very convenient.
Thank you, Owen. And next up, since we're on the topic a little bit, can we talk a little more about fine arts at Notre Dame High School? What do we offer at Notre Dame and what are you currently involved in? Go ahead, Owen.
Oh yeah. So I'm involved in almost all of the musical arts that we offer. I'm the drum major in our marching band, I'm in our concert band, I'm in the chorus, and I'm also in several schools' musical theater program. This year I'm doing Sacred Hearts. Tickets are available. I'm also in our fall production of Outsiders here. I'll be doing Newsies later this year. And overall, the musical arts program, I'm not the most athletic kid, so this was my way of engaging with our school society. And who knows, the musical theater program, all the musical arts, that may not be for you. But for me, that was my situation. I really loved it being involved with everything that we offer here, so I found that the musical arts was my way to go.
And Victor, can you tell us about your involvement in the arts at Notre Dame?
Hi, I'm Victor Robles. I'm a senior at Notre Dame and I'm from West Haven. So I'm actually involved in drama club as well as Owen, and I'm part of the Outsiders Fall program, and I'm involved in the Laurelton Hall musical production. Tickets are available as well. So I'm a part of chorus, and I do a bunch of musical clubs inside of Notre Dame as a guitar club, basically any musical club you can think of, I'm in it. And it's honestly really enjoyable because it sets apart from athletics and musical because I'm a part of both. And you get the best of both worlds. You get the best of both worlds when you're in athletics and another club. So I really enjoy the fine arts at Notre Dame.
And tell me about athletics at Notre Dame. What are they like? What are you involved in? How do you manage your time? Let's start with Mike Consorti.
Hi, I'm Michael Consorti. I'm from West Haven. I'm a senior. I'm on the football team, and football is a really big commitment year-round with lifting and practice and games. But the school does a really good job of helping you manage your time, so you're not just like, you're playing football and deal with it. The community period helps a lot. Teachers are really good about making themselves available before school, during study halls, during community period, so I can still go to practice after school and not have to worry about getting my homework done or getting extra help. Yeah.
All right, and Jacob Doyle, I think Don want to talk about his experience with different sport.
So I'm on the soccer team here, and so he's sort of talking about how the school works on time management. So because there are just so many teams at Notre Dame, our practice for soccer starts at 7 o'clock every single night. So we, all the guys, we go get food together, and we end up doing our homework here. So people that can't leave, we talked about parents with full-time jobs and not being able to drive. So we stay here, we do our homework. You meet teachers if you have to, because they're always here. But they really do help you. Helps you work on your time management, how you're gonna get everything done. Because getting home at 10 o'clock every night is not a good time to start.
And you mentioned homework and extra being prepared during your day. Can someone talk about extra help at Notre Dame? Where do you find extra help? And let's start with Jacob Bauer and then work our way down.
So all of the teachers during community period will have office hours based on the rotating schedule. They'll be there for you. They're willing to stay before school, after school, sometimes for an hour or more to help you with your homework. They're really understanding of the fact that you might not get everything in class and that maybe you just need to stay after a little bit to lock in that understanding. Also, in the library, we have our Student Success Center, which is staffed by 2 wonderful teachers. Miss Matthews can help you with anything from college applications to your English essay, and Mr. Y is our math interventionist, so if you have any questions with math, he's your guy to go to.
Let's talk a little bit about courses in Notre Dame High School. Are any of you currently taking some of the courses that Mr. Valencia talked about earlier in AP or ECE? Go ahead, Mike.
Currently I'm taking AP Calculus, Government, Biology, Physics, and English Literature and Composition. And junior year I took U.S. History and Language and Composition. And those courses are really challenging and time-consuming. But like I said before, the teachers do a really good job of making themselves available and not leaving you in the dark. And I believe now they changed it so you can start taking AP classes earlier. So I think sophomore year you could start taking AP Bio. And several of the classes are actually dual, so they're AP and ECE. So ECE, you're going to get UConn credit if you sign up for it. And it carries over to a lot of colleges, and it's very helpful.
For the AP ECE credits, to follow up on Mike's thing, I know I'm taking 3 AP ECE, and I get 4 credits for one of them, and I get 3 for the other 2. So, and if I do hopefully well on my AP exams, I could leave Notre Dame, or graduate Notre Dame with 20-something credits, around their 15 to 20 credits, and that's going to really help me out in the future. And I'm so happy that I took AP ECE courses. It's definitely worth it.
All right, Victor, you talked about the future, so I guess this one would be for you or Mike, or both. Tell us about the college process at Notre Dame High School. When does it begin? Where are you now as seniors? And
it honestly starts in the middle of your sophomore year. That's when things start to pick up. That's when you start to make a Naviance account and a Common App account. And that's really when you start to look at colleges. You get to meet up with your guidance counselor. You start to talk about them, and then you get to have a meeting with your parents, with your guidance counselor, to understand truly what's going on. Junior year is the crucial part. That's when the SAT, PSAT start to come in. That's when you really got to pick up the pace. And senior year is kind of just like the closing off, and that's where you're finished with it. But even though I'm a senior, I'm still going along with it, and I'm still applying to colleges, and I'm still working on it. So,
okay, very good, thank you. We heard earlier when Mr. Valencia was speaking about the signature programs in Notre Dame. Are any of you involved in signature programs, and what are you currently taking? Go ahead, Jacob.
So I'm currently in the TED engineering program, which is a 3-year signature program. Sophomore year, it kind of starts out with the basic outline of engineering as well as an introduction to engineering as an actual job. Junior year, you get to choose a specified field of engineering, whether that be computer designing or aerospace or mechanical engineering. And then senior year, it's kind of the wrap up of all of those different skills and concepts that you've learned. We also have a sports medicine program here at Notre Dame. We have video production, we have a leadership program, and we have a Moreau Honors Program. So many different choices.
All right, thank you. And then one question that often comes up in interviews with students surrounds what is the transition like to Notre Dame? So I would like either Donovan or Matt to talk about the peer counseling program and how often you meet with your peer counselors and how you've made that transition. Go ahead.
So we meet with our peer counselors probably once or twice a month. I get frequent emails from them saying, you know, how you're doing, how's your work and everything. So it's very helpful knowing that I have an upperclassman that's there for me and that always wants to help me. So I can always go to them if I'm struggling with something, and it's really, really beneficial. So thank you to appreciate it. Yeah, they're very helpful and they're always there for you. I can always shoot them an email whenever I need to.
I guess one of the most important questions I should ask, one of my colleagues thought I forgot, but I always save this one for the end. What is it like to go to a school without girls? When do you have an opportunity to meet girls? So I guess we'll start with Luke or Jacob. Whoever wants to take the mic.
Alright, so I know a lot of you are probably asking what it's like to go to a school without girls, and it's really not that bad. It's really not that bad. It's less distracting, and you don't have to dress to impress. You don't have to show off in class and get nervous and mess up on the answer. And also meet girls at any athletic events, the mixers that we go to, and have really anywhere you could just find a girl.
Just not in class, right? Thank you, Luke. That's always a good one to end the discussion with the panel.